No, my stacking was bad. Hackathon, it was really bad. Fully believed in rolling since the start. Like, I knew that this was coming and it was going to be the next thing. It's just, oh man, that's my like most prized achievement in the Tetris community. CTWC has a lot of stress, so I like to get rid of the stress early. Masters usually a little less stressful.
One that got on the list to be interviewed, one that got on my list to be interviewed was Huffulufugus, and he got on the list after the CTWC 2021 finals, and I actually invited him to be the season 2 finale for PDP, but he declined at the time. So I was very surprised that Huff wanted to join me on the show for PDP this month. So, hi, my name is Frank, also known as SirMaser. Welcome to the Piece Dependency Podcast Today. Huffulufugus on the show. We talked about being awkward, embrace it. We talked about CTWC 2024. We talked about learning rolling, playing on level 29, learning from others, and why Huff doesn't like Linecaps. This and more in today's episode of PDP. Hope you enjoyed the conversation, and this is our conversation. Huffulufugus, welcome to the Piece Dependency Podcast, and thanks so much for doing this.
What's up, bro?
Hey, first question is always the same question to everyone who's new on the podcast, and that is, how did you get into NES Tetris?
I liked Puyo Puyo Tetris on the Switch. I played that with my aunt, and this was like 2017 or something. I don't know exactly how I found interest in NES, but it looked fun. I know that at some point I picked it up on an emulator on those websites, and I just loved it. I couldn't stop playing it.
So most players coming into community, especially the younger players, are seeing YouTube videos. The Boom Tetris for Jeff video, Joseph versus Jonas video. But you're like, okay, this is another form of Tetris. Let me try. So how did you start playing Puyo Puyo Tetris?
I don't know. I think my aunt showed it to me. We were just like playing it to play it. I think it was the first Tetris I played, which is kind of neat. Actually, no, I played Calculator Tetris first. And
Classic high school.
Yeah. Played a lot of Calculator Tetris in high school, I think. Just funny.
I never understood the concept of Puyo Puyo Tetris, but what made it so attractive to you to play it?
Nothing really. Just it was just the one that I played just by chance, and then I went to Tetris Friends after that because I didn't have a Switch. It was in mine, so yeah.
So Tetris Friends on Tetris.com? No, or was it on Facebook? I always get the two confused.
On Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you saw somewhere NES Tetris and you thought, okay, let me try it. Let me try it on an emulator. And do you remember what your first reaction was? Because there's nothing like Puyo Puyo Tetris or any modern Tetris game.
I don't know. I really liked it. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It was really hard. I think that's what I liked the most about it, and
yeah,
simple to like grasp too. The skill ceiling of NES Tetris is like really high, but the skill floor I feel was kind of also high compared to like modern Tetris.
Why
Just
do you think that?
because I mean the mechanics of like Daz and Tap aren't that um they're difficult, but they make sense. Like you
Yeah.
can comprehend it. And when you see high level modern Tetris, it's so hard to imagine playing at that level.
Yeah.
Uh, it's such a leap compared when you watch a NES Tetris player, at least when it was only tapping and Daz, like, oh yeah, I could do that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Even like that's not justified or like you don't know what you're getting into, but that's how I felt at least.
It's kind of what I felt. Like, I saw Jonas and I saw Jeff. That was my first Tetris video. And it was like, okay,
Mhm.
I can do that. Like, maybe not on the
Yeah,
level that they do, but I can do that. And now I play the game for 4 years, 5 years. And I'm like,
exactly.
yeah, I'm not sure if I can do that. I'm not sure if I can do this very, very good.
Uh-huh. Well,
And
yeah,
and now we're rolling. It's a whole another complexity to it. And I think now you're getting to like what we see with top modern Tetris players. I think rolling will fall into that same category. You see it and you're like,
I agree. Yeah,
oh my
it's very
lord.
unattractive.
Yeah,
New players, I
yeah,
guess, but
yeah.
that's
So
what.
how did you learn NES Tetris? Like, what were your first steps into the game?
Um, when I first started playing, I really wanted to max out because around that time was like uh where there was about to be 100 max outers. Um, I'm like, okay, I got to get in before the first 100. I got to be top 100 or whatever.
Yeah,
Um, I like barely missed that, but how I learned, how I learned was kind of just like wanting to do that. That like that was my motivation.
yeah,
Um, so I played a lot, and I like my goal. I believe that wanting to be good makes you learn, right?
yeah.
Mm.
So was it around the time that you start joining the community, or did you most of it on your own?
I watched a lot, I think, back then. Um, like I saw things that other people were doing, but I also kind of got lucky with tapping, I think,
Yeah.
on my own. Like my tapping was pretty decent back then,
So
uh, which
you
helped out a lot.
you were tapping on the emulator on the keyboard?
No, I never tapped on the keyboard because I thought like, what's the point? Because they can't do that in CTWC, right? So
Yeah.
when
So
I was
so
playing later, it was just for fun.
when did you switch to hardware then?
Um, when I decided I wanted to max out,
Yeah.
I played emulator like a couple times. I think I touched it in like 2019 at some point.
Yeah.
Um, and then late 2019, I'm like, okay, this is actually pretty fun. And then right at the beginning of 2020, I got a console and stuff and went for max.
Original hardware or clone console?
Retron.
Retron. And still playing on that same Retron?
No, no, I have a console now.
Like an original NES.
It's uh it's like almost broken, I think. I don't have like a
Oh?
power brick for it. I have like a USB
No.
adapter. Um and it's made weird noises, but it works. I
So
might
as
explain one day.
so as long as that works, you're fine. You're not buying another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are the differences between a Retron and an original NES?
It has different colors, different sound, um, and it's slightly I think the Retron is slightly slower. Like unnoticeable, but
Yeah.
it's not that bad. big of a difference. I think
Like
26 or 27 are really dark,
yeah.
hard to see in the restaurant, which sucks.
Imagine like in Europe, most or some players are playing on black and white CRTs, and they have retrons. So like the 7 colors is hell.
Yeah,
If you play black and white, I played black and white for a while, and
can't imagine.
I have an original NES, but also with an original NES, the 7 colors are terrible, and
Yeah,
I
it's bad.
pray to God that those 10 lines were rather quickly gone by, so I can see a bright 18 colors.
Hmm. For real.
So you switched to original hardware, like or hardware in early 2020. Did you decide that you wanted to tap immediately, or did you start DAS?
Yeah, I wanted to tap as soon as I could. I don't think I really did much with DAS at all. I got
Yeah,
to like 100,000 or something. Because when I played on emulator, right, I was just playing for fun,
yeah,
and it seemed like tapping was a waste of time. Um, DAS was more interesting to learn,
yeah.
but once I wanted to like try hard, I definitely only did tap.
And early 2020, like maybe peak tapping era, hyper-tappers got a stigma around them that it was all tap, no skill, no stack. Do you feel like that same motto was for you, or do you feel like no, my stacking was accurate all the way back in 2020?
No, my stacking was bad. Hackathon, it was really bad. There's I don't know if you know like staircase stacks.
Yeah.
I think I was kind of popular for those back then. It's kind of funny.
So quick tapping, or like really quick hyper tapping, helped you out in most cases.
Yeah, I don't know about really quick. I mean, I would like Eric. I was kind of inconsistent, which kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter if you're inconsistent if you play a lot.
So
I did.
you started playing competition like mid 2020, like May, June 2020. How was it to finally play your first online match in CTM community?
Oh, man, I miss those days. Like, I really cared back then. It was uh, I think I played at Friendlies before I did that.
Oh, probably.
I doubt I played in.
No, you played in, according to the match database, you played in community first in February. Like you that was way quick. I thought it was May, but you played the community tier first and then friendlies like a couple of days later.
Gotcha. Huh. That's neat. I definitely watched Friendlies a lot more back then. I don't know why. It's like, oh man, I'm nervous. I don't want to. Yeah.
I mean, it feels so long ago. Like 2020 friendlies, it's 4 years ago. Or like I think it's start of the first kit, like the Kingsman Invitational Tournament, Friendlies weekly show becoming a thing, and it's now really a household name. And it's like it's only 4 years ago.
Man,
time really flies.
I remember watching it in gym, like on the treadmill.
It's so yeah,
it was great.
But even to think about the community 4 years ago compared to the community right now,
yeah,
it is, to me, it feels like the community has grown, especially since rolling, and now in 2024 with all the game crashes and all that. But it feels like 2020, it was so niche, and only GameScout was really popular on YouTube. As a content creator, you had Classic Tetris, but pretty much only posted the CTWC videos, and the rest of the year the channel was pretty much dead. So I was like, getting inside of the community, there's so much more, and now there's so much more exposure, and it's so. But also with rolling it, it's the community has gone through so many changes over the last 4 years.
Yeah, it's definitely bigger. I don't know if it feels any less like close knit. But that's kind of like the vibe I get from the community, right?
Yeah.
Like, kind of just everyone knows each other, which is interesting. Like,
still, yeah.
point out a name. If you point out a name, like I'll probably recognize it at least. Like I've seen that person typing, or I've heard them in a call before, which is cool.
Yeah, yeah. But also, I see
played in Friendlies with them like 4 years ago. Fun.
I mean, you played a lot of Friendlies. You were Friendly champion for over a year and a half or so.
Yeah.
But I mean, it ain't difficult if you only got to show up once every 3 months to defend the title. So.
I don't know.
How was it to be Friendlies champion? Like, King approached you the first time to go up for the Friendlies title, you won, and then was it something you look forward to play on the Super Show every 3 months or so?
Yeah, I love it. It's I hate the promos, but like I really hate the promos. I don't like it. But I enjoy like playing against other people.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. That's like number one motivator. It always has been for me, at least.
What made you hate the promos for Friendlies?
Yeah. Oh, I'm just awkward. Like, I don't know.
Was it something? Oh, really?
Yeah.
You really want to be in your own zone, pretty much.
I don't know. I just find it difficult to like talk to myself to a camera. It's easier to talk when someone else there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always try whenever I need to record something. I always try to ask my wife if she wants to be my camera operator, because then it doesn't feel like I'm talking to myself, or it feels less weird in a way.
I feel like that would make it more weird for me.
Really?
Whatever works for you.
you rather have a camera in your hand and talk to yourself than someone being your camera operator.
Yeah, I don't know. Or doing funny ideas is cool too. Like,
yeah. I
remember King had me burn a picture of Miles one time, and that was really funny.
I remember that.
If it was just that part of the video, I would have loved making that.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you and Miles both outside touching grass and all that. It was a very fun promo battle. I mean, I made a video about King talked on PDP about cutting a promo and all that. So I had to include. I made a video on it for the Piece Dependency channel, and I had to include yours and Miles promo, like video wise, not audio, but it's like it was so fun. My top promos were featured in that video, and it's like it's so fun rewatching all that. And like you said, yeah, it was a little bit awkward, but I think most people who cut promos are getting a little bit awkward. And
yeah, I mean, everyone's awkward. The only way is to embrace it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I like embracing it, but I'll do it, I guess, if I have to.
So you got your max out like pretty quickly, late February in 2020, and you started like really playing or grinding Tetris like you said late 2019, early 2020. So what was the process of like getting a max out within two and a half months?
It was just playing a lot, like back then my desire was really high, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
If you have a high desire, like the max will come.
So How many hours a day did you play back then?
I don't remember. I don't really remember, honestly. Probably. Hmm, I probably played like 3 hours a day, average, maybe less.
You were
Maybe.
still in high school back then?
Hmm.
Yeah, and now you're in college?
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you feel the difference? Like, I have so way less time right now in college than compared to high school.
Um. No, I actually feel like I have more time
Really?
than I did in high school. Yeah.
Like,
Um.
we always say, like, the boys who were 13 and 14, 15 back in 2020 are now going to college, have less time to play NES Tetris. So,
Yeah.
really the
No.
opposite.
Nah. I have a lot more time. I have less desire now, though. So.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah.
how does it come that you have less desire?
Um. I don't know. I still like playing in matches, but it kind of like I don't know. Maybe the adrenaline is kind of disappearing,
Yeah.
sadly. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, there are a few like reasons, but uh, it's not really anyone's fault. Like Linecap, everyone knows. Like I hate Linecap,
Yeah.
uh, but kind of it's kind of a necessary thing.
Yeah.
Eventually, at least. I don't know if it had to be implemented at that point in time. Maybe eventually, but
Yeah.
maybe also it could have been more than 100 lines. It should have. I definitely think it should have been more than 100 lines, but
Yeah,
uh,
you were very vocal about not implementing a line cap. I remember CTM Radio with pumping out horse 1 or 2 editions on that, and I just had recording with Fractal. That's so it's 2022, I believe, like early 2022. I had the PDP with Fractal. And I think it was the same day the day after, and Pumpy had the CTM radio, and you were very vocal on CTM radio, like, I don't want a line cap. Let me play and let me catch up. Even
mhm.
even if it takes 60 lines, let me have the possibility to get to the score.
What I signed up for was like it didn't include rolling at the time, but when rolling came out and like infinite kill screen, that's what I was playing the game for.
Yeah,
Like that changed because some other people decided it had to change. Um, and I don't know. It was kind of arbitrary. Um, I feel like a couple people decided like how it should have been, like
yeah.
100 lines. Like that part on its own to me is like I don't know, man. I don't know. Kind of
They
arbitrary, but
they tried 49 line cap. They tried 39 line cap, and it seems like 39 was more preferable for most players. So. But you disagree.
yeah, I disagree. I mean, it's a it has to be an arbitrary choice,
Yeah.
right? No matter what. Um, but at the end of the day, it didn't have to be 100 lines. I feel like a lot of people like to 100 because it's 100. Like
Yeah, it's a round number.
it's
Same
10
lines as the
lines or
19.
10 levels. I mean,
Yeah.
so it makes sense from that point of view, but it's also changing the meta a lot, like a lot.
Yeah.
It's a huge shift from what it was. I didn't really like that. Uh, I feel like that should have been the most important thing. Like, try to minimize the shift in the meta. That's the
Yeah.
big. But it's whatever. It's the same outcome eventually, anyways. Uh, I get line cap. Like, it makes sense. By now, I would have agreed that it was necessary. Probably there was never
Yeah.
any line. So yeah.
Especially with rollovers being common right now. And well, it's not really happening in competition, but the world record is getting pushed and pushed and pushed, and we have now a race to 10 million.
Yeah.
But do you still like playing competition with Linecaps, or do you, if there is an option to remove Linecap, you still take that?
Yeah, I would take no Linecap any day, bro.
Yeah.
So
it makes sense that you won 2023 No Cap November Masters Edition.
I mean, I got kind of lucky there. It's whatever.
I mean, the most vocal player about having no line caps, winning no line cap Masters.
I mean, that is the month that I kind of sweated a little bit, but I still got lucky.
Yeah, well, there's some luck involved in tournaments.
Now, when there's no line cap, I think if it's no line cap, anyone can win. And you can guarantee it, but we aren't that good yet.
So after no line cap November, you pretty much disappeared from all major Discord servers. Was there a reason for it that you were like, okay, now it's enough?
Yeah, there was a reason. It's kind of private. But honestly, the main reason now is that I was kind of addicted to reading all the messages in CTM.
Yeah.
It's addicted to distraction. And CTM was one of the biggest offenders with
Right.
YouTube stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's easier to just not be in there.
Yeah.
But I'm in there right now.
Playing in Mega Masses?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was it like, I wanna come back for Mega Masses?
Huh?
Was it like, did you plan beforehand that you want to come back for Mega Masses, or were you like, okay, because you came 2nd or last day of February, you came back into the CTM server, you qualified for Mega Masses?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was it, yeah?
Last second. I didn't plan on that or anything. Just happened. Yeah.
It felt right to come back.
It's not like I dislike playing Tetris or anything.
Yeah.
Just felt like it. So yeah, there's not much of a reason for it. It's Mega Masters, so sounds cool.
I mean, it's pretty much the online world championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I still think I can do good, so I might as well play it, right?
Yeah. Did you continue to play Tetris during your hiatus?
Not really.
No.
Sometimes. I played maybe once a month.
Oh, that's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
And did you play any Tetris before you came back for the qualification for Mega Masters, or was that your first proper Tetris session for February?
Trying to think. Not really. I didn't really play that much for the qual. I think the last time I played, I think, was in Classic Tetris Wars. It was funny.
The Paris event.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Classic Tetris Wars is also a very different dynamic. I feel like compared to any other competition events or competition organizations.
Yeah, that's cool. I like different modes. Fun than just playing the same thing every day.
Yeah.
Kind of why I did that. I really like brand designs ideas. They're fun. I think more people should do more stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the NE tournament is falls also
NE tournament is great.
Yeah, falls under that same category. It breaks the mold a little bit. compared to
It
your
does-
standard 1v1 matches?
it's interesting, at
Yeah.
least. Even if it's not like the most balanced thing, but it
Yeah.
doesn't matter much. It's just fun.
Kingsman's now doing tag matches on Friendlies.
Tech,
So 2v2.
2v2.
Yeah.
I see.
So that's
That's-
very.
I think I almost played in one of those. I don't remember. Yeah.
So if Mega Matters is done, are you planning to stay, or are you like, okay, I'll see what I'll do? I don't know.
I don't know. Probably. After November, kind of like November is when I won Masters.
Yeah.
Kind of like, don't really feel like it, right? And it might kind of be the same thing. I don't know. More like it's more of like it's a lot of effort to like set up the console and stuff and like practice and
Yeah.
it kind of hurts my pinky finger a little bit.
Oh.
I don't know. Like after the qual, my pinky finger was like super sore, which
Oh.
means the muscles in this finger are just like, oh man, I lost all those gains. Right.
So let me take you back to 2021. Rolling got invented by Cheese, like in 2021. How did you get first in touch with rolling?
Cheese told me, I think. I think I was one of the first people to find out. And then after that, kind of like experimented on it by myself. I told Cheese my ideas, like, and he was always like, "Yeah, no, that's a terrible idea. That'll never work." But my ideas ended up working, so it didn't matter.
Did you really had good faith in your idea, or like too stubborn to listen?
A bit of both. One of the things was like, oh, Cheese rolls, and his thumb is last, right?
Yeah.
When I roll, my thumb comes first before my pinky.
Yeah. So
And Cheese,
thumb.
that was like viable
Yeah.
because something about piano where like that's not the natural way to roll on a piano key, right? But ended up working out.
Was it really your thought process? Like, I want to roll, but I roll on a piano, thumb first, and then pinky to index finger?
No, I don't do piano. So I don't know. With piano, you don't roll thumb first. You roll,
I don't know. I don't play piano either, so I have no idea. But it would be really great. So, like, yeah, okay, I play piano. So, in your case, I play piano. So, I want to do the roll on the piano. So, that would be really, really, really fun. Was it an awkward process to learn rolling, knowing that you play tab very well?
I kind of learned rolling really slow. Trying to think of the way to describe it. It's like it was kind of annoying to learn. I didn't like the rewiring of my brain.
Yeah.
Like it's rolling is unappetizing.
Yeah.
It's not fun at first until you can actually get it like Baz and tap, but worked out. I mean,
how many times did you? Yeah, but how many times did you throw away? Like, I'm not doing this. I'm going back to tap.
I don't think I ever thought that. At first, the desire to learn rolling was low.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was always kind of like a neat thing that I just did on the side every once in a while, and it kind of eventually clicked, right? I never thought like, oh, I'm done rolling forever.
Yeah.
Um, not a thing that happened. I actually kind of fully believed in rolling since the start. Like, I knew that this was coming and it was going to be the next thing. It's just,
So you had
it's
to.
so it's still a ways out, so I wasn't too pressured or
Yeah.
pressured to go crazy into it at first, at least.
But you felt like, okay, this is the next big thing. This will be the next era in NES Tetris, so I have to adapt.
Yeah, and it was easier for me to go and do that because, like I said, my tapping's kind of inconsistent.
Yeah.
Was kind of inconsistent back then, so it was an easy switch.
So you really had a bigger goal in mind while learning rolling.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
yeah.
anticipated that the faster tappers would not learn rolling right away, and that
Yeah.
I would be better for a while. Um, and I was right, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Got second place in CTWC.
I mean,
Um, with rolling, like I think I was right.
yeah.
It's just all the fast, good tappers were still tapping that year because they didn't want to give up everything. Right?
Yeah,
Comes
Duck winning,
rolling comes with a
tapping.
complete shift.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog still won. I was pretty mad about that. I should have won that. It was bad.
Was it bad play from you, or do you really feel like I should have won that?
Uh, dog did really good, but with rolling, like I should not have lost it. I don't know. Back then, I think I was not super consistent, but like, um, if I averaged like 100K on kill screen, I think I would have won that pretty
Yeah.
easily. And 100K
Yeah.
on kill screen is not a lot.
No.
Um,
I mean, I
my odds would have been higher than they were. It's just I didn't. I don't know.
yeah.
I wasn't.
Like, I feel like rolling at the early days, like when you were rolling, when mouse started rolling and all that. I feel like that skills now translated to like the Division 3, Division 4 CTL like level layer of NES Tetris currently. And whenever a roll is playing against a Tap or a Dasser and they're like 100 or 150k behind going into 29, you know they are capable of getting that score.
Mm-hmm.
It's they won't be the next Masters winner and all that, but I know that they can win on kill screen against any Tapper or against any DAS player.
That was and this is why I hate Linecap. So love it. Explain that. Um, the idea is with rolling, you will always be able to beat anybody ever
Yeah.
because you can always catch up. Um, still true with line cap and against like tappers. You always catch up no matter what. Like
Yeah.
you should always win the game technically, which is appealing. It's an appealing idea. It's just something that lets you like win the mental game. I guess it's really easy to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Really into that, where if you can get in the headspace like, oh, I can't lose, then you're gonna win
Yeah.
most of the time. And not letting yourself get let down when you do lose, because things happen sometimes. Or,
Yeah.
other person can do really good, whatever. But it's just kind of a neat thing I've always thought about.
But do you still, after 3 years, think back to the CTWC 2021 finals and we're like, I should have done this better, I should have done that better, and I would have become world champion? Or is it now it's in the past?
I don't think I played very good in the finals against Dog. I think I didn't grind hard enough to where I should have or could have. But like that's whatever. It's like a desire thing, right?
Yeah.
Because your desire might be here, it could be here, it could be here. My desire was pretty high, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like grind every day for 3 hours high at that point, um, which is fine. So like keep your expectations or whatever. So no, I'm not like disappointed. Well, I mean, I could have won that, so I am a little like, man, I should have won that. But uh, it's cool.
Yeah. But also, do you feel like that was your real last chance at becoming world champion, or do you feel like going to CTWC in 2022 and when you went to CTWC in 2023, you had a real chance of becoming world champion?
Yeah, I always had a chance, bro. I don't know. Uh, I think I've done top 8 like every year.
Yeah. Yeah, top 4 in 2020,
Okay.
runner-up in 2021, top 8 in both 2022 and 2023.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel like I've always had a chance. I'll have a chance this year too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how great it is. The desire again is not that high, but
Yeah. But
I
maybe
will try.
when the world championship is coming, it's pretty soon. It's not in October. It's now in June. Mega Masters goes well in March, so maybe you can get the feeling back for April, May, play early June, and then you're like, okay, I'm done. I'm world champion. I retire. See you later.
Mhm. I don't believe in retiring. Retiring is stupid. Uh, that's not important, but yeah.
You always come back one way or another.
I mean, you don't retire. You just stop playing, right?
Yeah.
Um, one day you'll play your last game of Tetris, and then you might not even realize it. And that's gonna be what it's gonna be for me, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna probably not ever gonna be like, I'm never gonna play this game again. Like that doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it, but whatever suits you, right?
I mean, it's been in your life for the last 4.5 years now,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
I get it. It's a very addicting game, or it's a very addicting community to be in.
hmm Um. Yeah. I I just don't know about retiring or quitting, but uh, I don't know if I ever took it like that serious.
Yeah,
To be a me thing. I don't think it's something that matters too much. Like, am I making sense here? I don't know.
it's some see it as a young esport, but you're still like, no, it's a hobby.
Did JD retire? Like, I don't know if JD retired. He probably just like stopped playing.
Yeah,
That's what I would say. Right? Is that the same thing? I don't know.
I mean, you're not officially
Hobby
retired.
sometimes.
In my opinion, you're not officially retired if you're not saying you're retired.
You're not officially retired if you're not saying you're retired. Did
Yeah.
JD ever say it?
Uh,
Oh.
well, I don't think so. Otherwise, we would heard of it in the community
Mhm.
constantly. Where's JD? Yeah, well, he's retired. That will be every casual YouTube viewer coming into the Discord asking where JD is. Like that will be the instant response of pretty much every casual community member. Like, and that's not happening. So no, I guess.
Mhm. Like, I don't know. It's kind of a funny thing. It's whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I have any more to say on that. It's kind of funny. kind of like I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Oh, it's fine. Piece Dependency Podcast is now on Discord. Go to bit.ly/PDP Discord to join the official Piece Dependency Podcast Discord server. Talk with me, talk with other community members about PDP 24/7. You'll find all the podcasts that has ever been released and all social media content and shorts and whatever. Everything PDP is on there. Go to bit.ly/PDP Discord. We will return to the conversation, but first, we moved home from YouTube. We are now on the Classic Tetris Monthly YouTube channel, where all our episodes will be available at full length. Join the Classic Tetris Monthly Discord server. Go to ctm.gg/discord to join the server and participate in one of our monthly tournaments and join the biggest Classic Tetris Discord server. If you have a suggestion we need to have on the next Piece Dependency Podcast, let us know through the socials or on the Discord. Piece Dependency Podcast is also available on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app. There is also a Piece Dependency YouTube channel. On this channel, you'll see podcast highlights, mini documentaries, and other NES Tetris related topic videos. You can follow us on the socials at Piece Dependency, and we are active on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Now, let's go back to the conversation. Was it a blessing for you, do you think, that the first two CTWCs were online instead of in person? Like, being...
No, I wish they... You sorry. Go.
No, you can't interrupt me, don't worry.
Nah. Well, I really wanted them to be in person. I really wanted to go to Portland.
Yeah.
It actually sucked a lot. I would have enjoyed going.
Yeah.
Did I benefit from it? I don't think so, because online makes it harder, right? Like, more people show up. Just makes it harder automatically. And I'm also a person that's been to like a lot of live events, so
I know.
I probably I'm being in person even more, right?
I mean, you were 2023 PDP Live Event Player of the Year.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, I went through every live event results, and I was like, okay, Huff is number one. He went through a lot of live events in 2023, and I looked at your I looked at the match database, and I kid you not, it's pretty much even for you, live event games and online competition games in 2023.
That's crazy.
Like, it's so much like, okay, you play Masters, you play a little bit of CTL, you play like Friendlies maybe a little bit, but then you played Blanks Qualifier, you play WPL, you played, I don't know, Waco probably, I have no idea, you played Embodied, you played CTWC, you played Northeast Qualifier, you played, I mean, I can look it up for you right now. It's honestly crazy, like what you did in 2023. It's like it's really Northeast, Columbus, Lone Star, Blanca Rasqual, Buddies, Jersey Shore regional. It's like pretty much half of it of all your matches in 2023 was live event play.
I mean, if you go places a lot, you get a lot of matches, I guess. But
is that what you enjoy more, going to live events, hang out with people, play in front of the crowd, not playing in your bedroom or your living room or whatever?
Yeah, I don't want to play in my bedroom, bro. I want to like be there. It's fun.
Yeah.
Right. It's more exciting.
Yeah.
It's more adrenaline, right?
I mean, I feel like you're kind of a Tetris adrenaline junkie. You need that dopamine to play. And you don't get it if you play in your house online when Fendi is calling your matches, and I mean, you might be in VC when you're playing matches, I don't know, but it's like it's not the same than playing in front of a live crowd.
I felt that back then, like in the Tetris Friendly days, like in 2020, I was like, oh, this is so intense, but don't feel that anymore. That's the bit. in person.
I mean, King's commentary makes everything intense.
That's true. It's very true.
It's so, and especially still 2020. I still think it's early. It's not really early days of online Tetris. It might be the peak days of online Tetris, but it's like the shows we know and love today started, like, except for CTM, in 2019 or 2020.
Mhm.
But I feel like, yeah. But is it the same plan for you for 2024? Go to as much of live events as possible?
Trying to save a little more money, so probably not. We'll see.
But CTWC is definitely on the cards.
I'll go. I think I'll go to CTWC at least. WPL, I want to go in Ohio. That's still happening. I don't know about other things. We'll see when we get right.
I feel like whenever you go to WPL, you show up and you win.
I have to go.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
if whoever wins that is gonna have an asterisk, right?
Yeah, Huff didn't show up. So what does it really mean?
Right. It's funny.
So you gotta tell me the story about the Northeast qualifier last year. Like, you showed up at qualifying like at the very last hour or so. Qualified seat 6 or something like that in 12-person bracket. What happened during the Northeast qualifier?
Which one was the Northeast qual?
In Hartford, I believe.
Hartford. Yeah, I remember. We were just late. I don't remember why.
I heard something about you. I heard something about you falling asleep. I didn't wake up in time.
Well, no, because we all left at like the same. We left in a group, right?
Yeah.
I think we all just fell asleep late, woke up late. Which is funny. But
okay, yeah.
We made it, right? But
King was hosting that one along with Bitwell, and he told me like he had a real good chance to finally play in a regional, and then you and the gang showed up and like the last hour and kicked him out of the tournament. I was like, oh my lord, what? Okay, what's happening here? The dude show up, get one max out, call it quits, play the tournament, wins the tournament.
Yeah, that one was funny because I didn't have a goofy controller at the time. I think mine broke or something. So I was using a regular controller, Tetris Gym, goofy foot mode. And I got up there on the wall station and it's like, oh, these aren't Tetris. I didn't bring mine or something. So King had to let me up on the stage with the Tetris Gym carts, and he was one of those, which is really funny. I think.
Yeah.
Worked out.
It worked out in the end. You won the live event, and like I said, whenever we go to WPL, you win that live event. It's. I mean, we can check it off. Like for 2024, Huffulufugus will win WPL Open.
Well, I don't know about this year. I think Opax is really good now. Something like that. Surely he's gonna win.
Opax is getting good lately. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Kaiser will probably go. He's good now. He's being maybe recently, I think. Could happen. We'll see. I think I still have good chances though.
Is it more important to win WPL than it is to win any other regional event?
No, I still want to win CTWC more.
Yeah, but that's why I said regional event, not live event, because I know you wanted to win CTWC. I mean, everybody wants to win CTWC if you're like the top 10, 15 players right now.
I do sweat a little more for WPL than anything else. Last year was like really sweaty for me.
Yeah. I mean, the bounty.
I had to win that.
The bounty is on you right now.
Yeah, Uh,
But
it's gonna be stressful this year.
I-
I'll try to sweat again, I think.
I think it will be also difficult to win CTWC because right now Fractal is on a hot streak.
I don't know, man. Anyone could win, I think. So I haven't watched too much of Fractal. I know he's good. Probably.
You really kept
That's
out of
right.
touch with the community.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, Fractal's always been like really good, right?
Yeah.
I think I have a positive win rate against them.
Going to CTM, right? Like we said, you played NoCap November. That was your last CTM event. You won that, but a year earlier, like no, it was 20. I can't even remember when it was. I think it was 2022. Eric's color run was against you, and you didn't have a bad game either. 1.9 million, but
Yep.
what was it to sit and wait for like 30 minutes or so and let Eric finish his color run, and like we're like, what is happening right now?
No, I loved it. I got pumped up for the next games.
I mean, you did take it
I
to
felt
a
like I was going to
decider.
get colors on the next game.
That would be really fun.
Yeah, I don't know. It just made me like more excited. That's what I want to say about it.
I feel like you lose focus whenever someone is mulling for that long.
It was a really long game. Like double 1.9 back then was like unprecedented, I think.
Yeah.
So, I was impressed. At that point, me and Eric were probably two of the best players in the world, I think.
Yeah.
With no, I think me and Eric probably would have been like top 3, or
Yeah.
at least the big 6 or whatever, right? I think that was pretty accurate. At least potential wise, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun storyline, the Big Six.
Mm-hmm. Walking in Mullen, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's something that affects me that much.
Do you
Than people.
Do you think a Mullen is okay in a game?
It depends. Eric's was okay.
Because of the world record at the time, or getting colors for the first time?
Yeah. I think if you're close to PB, then go for it. If you're like, it depends on your PB too, though. If you have like a 4 million PB and you're at 2 million, then
Yeah, don't.
you don't have to Mullen.
Now.
If you're at, but if you have like a 1.6 PB and you're 1.5, like, yeah, I think you should go for that.
Yeah.
Maybe be aggro, which I think a lot of people did at the time, or something like that, right? Like aggressive top outs, kind of fun. I like doing that. It just depends. It needs context.
Yeah. You don't muller for the Mullen.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah. So, is it something you like to train, like on kill screen or post? Go for aggressive play, or do you really want to line it out still? Now, not really to 39 because you're pretty much against Linecaps, but like try to learn lining out towards whatever level you can get.
Lining out is dead. I don't know how much more a Tetris is worth on level 39, but like at that point, it's not worth waiting. You pretty much just play the same level of aggression
Yeah.
the whole throughout, I think. Like, I think the optimal strategy right now is to play 29 like Daz 19.
Yeah.
Pretty close to that, at least.
Yeah. So
And people might not be like actually that consistent yet, but
yeah.
if you're going for that, like, what are you doing? you're not going to win games. If you do something else, you're going to lose games.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might win, like, for now, I guess. Right. But you're also risking losing by doing a line out strategy if you're not like more than 200,000 points ahead.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's just a couple Tetrises on 29.
Yeah.
You catch up fast. Right?
Yeah. But still, going into 29 with 200k, it's like, normally that should win you the game.
If I have 200k lead, I'm still playing for Tetrises, I think.
Yeah. It's...
I might line out till like 35 or 34 and then go for some Tetrises, but I don't know if I like letting it get to that point. Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's very fun that you compare rolling to, I don't want to say compare it to DAS, but like what DAS 1819 is now rolling, think 1929.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like just like the level of aggression, like
Yeah.
board is kind of similar.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just a way to describe like or compare it to something, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, on 18, rollers can stack up to 17 high on the lefts, give or take. And it's like,
that's insane. I think it's 16.
I mean, it's still too high for. I still get so so anxious whenever a roller is like 14, 15 high up, and they get a piece to the left or they get a piece to the right, and it's like, to me, it's still not humanly possible to get a piece to the left and right high up, mainly because I'm a DAS player and it's not feasible for me. But it's still, whenever I give commentary, it's still like, oh my lord, it still blows my mind. And it's now we're in year 3 of full rolling. It still blows my mind what kind of crazy digs rollers get out.
Yeah, like the mile stakes are just like crazy.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I like watching Pixel Andy 29. I feel like I've learned some things recently from him, like the way he puts squares to the left. I just don't really do that, and kind of spamming left when it's not as efficient is actually really consistent for getting out of digs. Incredible, nice. I think if you want to get good at 29, you should watch Andy. He's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, it's. Do you think you can watch any of the top players on 29 to improve your own game?
It depends. Some people are better at different things, so you can be better at mechanics.
Yeah.
You can be better at like stacking. You can be better at timing. You can be better at reaction time. And there's different types of stacking you can be good at depending on what you want, like scoring, surviving, digging. There's a lot of different things. What the strategy I used was staying low and just singles.
Yeah.
Because if you can like stay with that, you don't ever really need to dig. Even if you make a mistake, you don't really need to dig because your board is still like really low, right?
Yeah.
So a strategy like that is optimal for like getting colors. But watching someone else, it depends. I don't think I learn a lot when I watch Fractal. From what I have seen, he's really good.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're probably kind of similar stackers.
Yeah. So you really wanted to see someone with a different stacking to see, okay, this is something I can do too.
Yeah, like Andy, I noticed, put squares to the left when I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
And that's something that happens to be a pretty easy pattern. Trying to find those easy patterns is really necessary right now, I think.
Yeah.
And picking up just as many of those as you possibly can is necessary, right? So yeah, I mean, I do learn from other people, I would say. It just depends.
It's really not only practicing, but it's also studying.
Yeah. At some point, you get kind of good at learning from yourself too.
Yeah.
You can, I don't know how to describe this. You set up guidelines for yourself, and then you kind of get really good at that, I found.
Yeah. Like, is it something that you write down, or is it all in your head? Like mental notes?
Just in your head, like patterns, pattern recognition, a lot of it. Adjustments fall into that. I have like in my head the idea of a perfect board.
Yeah.
And every move I make falls into that idea. Do I do this adjustment? What are the odds that I have the perfect board after this? Stuff like that. And then if a move I did ended up not leading to a perfect board, then you can kind of learn from that, right? Which I think is kind of neat. That's kind of how you.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of how you would study on your own, ideally.
So it's like really watching your own games back, or are you doing something like that in real time when you're playing Tetris?
Both. You miss out a lot when you're playing, right? It's easier to go and post and like notice things that you missed. So I definitely think doing that is a good idea. And it doesn't even have to be yourself. It can be watching other people.
Oh, yeah.
So definitely watching any Tetris at all is good for improving yourself. I think it's a little bit of both. I don't really do that too much anymore. I don't watch Tetris. So kind of flawed, but it's whatever.
So how did you spend your time?
At what points?
Like when you're, like you said, you don't watch a lot of Tetris nowadays. So what, and you took a break from the community, and so how did you spend the days? Like, how did you didn't focus your attention on Tetris or on the Discord servers or on the community in general?
I don't know. Just like doing school. Just normal things, I guess. Other hobbies.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like I was avoiding Tetris. It's just other things.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I think you still kept in touch with the Tetris friends and the moments you're close to in the community. It's like getting away from the major Discord service.
Well, I mean, like I think I said earlier, just like, I have this problem where I open CTM and just like stare at it for no reason. It's just a way to waste time. It's not like it's a problem with the server or anything.
Yeah.
It'd be a problem. It might go away and I might be able to like stay in the server and be fine eventually. I don't know.
So you're getting excited to get back into the CTM grind now with Mega Masters?
I don't know. The desire is not like up right now. It's all right.
If it was a regular,
I did set some goals. Sorry.
So if it was a regular CTM month, was it like, okay, skip? If this was a regular CTM month, like normal Masters, that was a skip?
Yeah, I think I would skip probably.
Yeah. So you before I interrupted you, sorry, you were talking about the goals, your goals?
Yeah, I always set like goals for how I want to perform. And I feel like that makes it really easy to accomplish things,
Yeah.
right? Um, if your goal is win masters, it's probably really easy to win masters.
Yeah.
I've set some goals. I think I'm playing Miles. I think I want to beat Miles.
Who
uh,
doesn't?
yeah, I don't know. Uh,
One of
not
the
too much
best
pressure.
nowadays. So,
Sorry, not Miles is really good.
yeah.
He could definitely beat me. He has good odds. Um, but yeah, it's just a goal, right? Uh, I usually like trying to make top four. I think that's usually what my goal was.
Yeah.
For CTWC, my goal was okay, make it out of round one, and then no pressure after that. And that's been working out too.
So
I don't
top
know.
16, pretty much.
Limiting pressure is pretty good, I think.
Yeah. So why is your goal top 4 in masses, but top 16 or getting out of round 1 in CTWC? Why is that change?
It's not too much of a reason. It's just random. It's what I think is reasonable, I guess.
Yeah.
CTWC has a lot of stress, so I like to get rid of the stress early.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I met my goal. I'm done now.
Yeah.
Or else it's a bonus. Masters usually a little less stressful
Yeah.
because it happens every month. So it's like, okay, I can, be a little more upset if I don't make it that far or whatever. It won't matter.
You pretty much want to win your color bracket, and then you'll see what happens during the final stream.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But it's the most stressful part for CTWC. Is that qualifying, or is that your first matchup?
The first matchup by a lot, for sure.
And mainly because you 9 of the 10 times you play against someone who already played a match on the stage.
And CTWC, yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Having the extra match at the beginning is like a warm up. It's like an advantage. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And you can't like emulate that. They got their first match jitters out of the way already.
Yeah.
Even if I did like a fake match warm up with someone, it wouldn't be the same thing. So
yeah.
that freaks me out a lot, but it's whatever.
But I guess that's now out of the windows for this year, because CTWC will expand to 64 players. So I presume we'll have 1 versus 64 in round 1.
I had no idea. It's cool.
I mean, it's definitely yet another change.
I think I like that change. It's fine with me.
Everyone starts on the same playing field. Like, you don't have 32 players who already played a match.
Right. I actually like that, I think.
Yeah. And about the location change, going from Portland to Pasadena?
I really like Portland, so kind of sad about that. I don't know about Pasadena.
Yeah.
Might be cool. I don't know.
It's one. I mean, I don't know if they hosted a regional before, but it's like it's one of the few regionals that you haven't attended. So it's
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've only been to California for a layover, so
yeah. Oh yeah. So it's quite a change, but also the time of year, going from October to June, and we'll see. I think it will bring. I think it will bring a different player field.
yeah. I I don't know, man.
I mean,
It'll be interesting. I
yeah.
think we kind of want Pixelandy to win this year. Does that make it? Who do you want to win? I want Pixelandy to win, I think.
I think I don't know. Like, it's I can name 8 players who I really want to win for completely different reasons. But I think mainly I think I want someone outside of the USA to win, just because it can. Like, and few European players are getting pretty good. So I think it's
right.
It might be not this year, but I think it's 2025, 2026. If the top European players are still going to CTWC, and the European players are a little bit older, so Dan V is playing. Will go to CTWC, I believe, but it has a full-time job, so it's easier. It's not a student anymore. Sidnav going to school, so it will be difficult. I believe it's finals time during June in especially in the Netherlands right now. So yeah, but I also don't mind if Dark wins again, if you win, if Pixelandy wins, if Fractal wins again, if Miles wins, like Alex T. I don't mind, because it's all. Everyone has a unique story, and will follow everyone currently, and still ruining. What I hope, okay, I think I have my answer. I hope that Mouse the Great wins CTWC.
Yeah.
But he can't win Masters before.
That's true. That's funny.
I believe if Miles wins this year's CTWC and hasn't won Masters, he will be the 3rd player, I believe, who wins CTWC before Masters. Harry Hong, Dark, and then. But yeah, I have no favorite. Like, I'll root for any European players, because I think we should get one world title. But
that's true.
Honestly, I don't mind, and I don't care. I'm very neutral about who's winning.
I think I'd like Andy, Sidnev, Scooty, and Miles is a good one too, I guess. Miles be interesting as well.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Alex T too, actually. I'd like Alex T to do well.
I think of all the names that we mentioned, anyone can beat anyone.
True. Yeah, I think so too. I really believe that.
And some CTWC seeds are terrible with droughts and all that. So it's basically who can handle the droughts the best. And it's bound to happen that you have one game where you have like a 50+ piece long bar drought.
Yeah, it happens. That's what you signed up for, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know what you sign up for, and it's not that you can.
If your strategy doesn't account for it, then like that's on you.
Yeah, exactly. So right. Yeah, I really don't know. It's like I said, I think it will bring a different player base to CTWC right now, because the American players, students, are free. They have summer holiday, I believe. South America also have free, so maybe LATAM players will be more represented.
Yeah.
Asia, I don't know, but we don't have a lot of Asian players coming from Asia to CTWC also over the last few years. And Europe will be difficult because, like I said, in most countries it will be final week, the early week of June. So I don't know who will show up. And like I said, if European players show up, are the students or are they like full-time employees, so they can just take time off from work? Yeah, it will be it will be interesting. But I also think that a first year of the changes will always, it's the first year, so we'll see.
It'll be cool.
Yeah.
California. I don't.
I mean,
Hope everyone gets to make it.
yeah.
For most people that made it last year, at least.
And I think if people desire to go, and especially top players, but also lower tier players, like the crowdfunding is insane for 2022, 2023. People on a low budget, crowdfunded going to Portland, like it's insane.
It is. It's always been completely crazy. Like never liked it. I remember I played on Kingsland's fundraiser.
Yeah.
For CTWC, and what? I only asked for like $200 or something, and I think K9 funded like $5K instantly, like first game of the stream.
Yeah.
Something like got everyone funded instantly.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What some community members do, it's like we can't thank them enough.
Yeah,
but also having some massive prize pools higher than the CTWC prize pools, all fan funded, are like those are really unsung heroes of the community.
Yeah, for sure. K9, Scott Gray, shall be satisfied. Just like crazy people, man. They're great. I want to be like, if I had a lot of money, I would totally do that myself.
But I do believe we put great entertainment for that. Like it's not, and I believe they think too, because otherwise they won't contribute all the time.
You know, it's their fault that everyone's here and that the game's popping like it is. Great.
Well, yeah.
They're paying for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be playing in Mega Masters without the prize pool it's gonna have. It's definitely part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame you.
That's a big part of playing. It's fun. It adds to the fun, right?
Yeah, but that's like, I remember like a couple of years ago, top players and masters were like, this needs to be some sort of prize pool. Like we're getting too good and we're playing the same people like every month, and it's not fun to play every month if they're like it's only a title, a useless title on grabs. Like we like to get some money.
Prize pool at that point I think was kind of something that could have started happening. Like I mean it didn't come into play, right? When Vandy started setting that up, the Matcherino.
Yeah.
I mean they came in kind of smooth.
Yeah, because Scout donated.
Started getting a little better. A little bit of money was kind of cool to be added to the tournament, right? Yeah.
But I also think that having a prize pool now make players want to stay longer.
Mm-hmm.
Or coming back.
Yeah. I don't think I would have stayed as long if there wasn't a prize pool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Maybe CTWC, I'd still sweat for that, right? The prize pool makes going to all the tournaments definitely way easier, though.
Yeah.
Every tournament I've been to has been funded by the last tournament.
That's a smart way to go from tournament to tournament.
That's how it works. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a good system.
It is definitely a good system. I mean, that way you don't spend money that you don't have.
Yeah. It works out.
Yeah.
It's healthy for the game, I think.
Yeah. I would say so. I mean, it's very fun, and like I said, I truly believe that with the prize pool, people play longer, stay longer, and it's good for the game because otherwise we'll still have like the rollover would still be probably the max. Like the people playing the rollover, Hydron Dude got the first one. You were, I believe, one of the first who got the rollover on 19.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
early rollover, fun.
Yeah.
That's peak.
Yeah. So, but I truly believe that they will all slowly go away if, like, okay, we're going to college right now or last year of high school, and it's like, what's the point? Let's do something else.
I don't know about that. There would definitely still be someone playing. Maybe not like, it might not be where it is right now, but I still think someone would have gotten colors. That someone definitely would have gotten colors without prize pool. There was definitely a community desire, like it was still there. It was still increasing even without a prize, which is good, I think. Just the prize, sped things up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
and maybe some people would have left without it, but
yeah. I mean, in a good way, it's in that, if you look at that, it's good that the PAL version got the first color run. Like Fractal really grinded for weeks to get the PAL color run, and as no prize pool involved, like streaming and let's go.
Yeah, those like monumental achievements are, you can only get them once. If you're not first, you're last. Like Eric getting colors on NTSC.
Yeah. Blue Scooty getting Game Crash.
Yeah, just insane. Right. Lots of motivation to go for that without any prize.
Yeah, because
adding a prize just speeds it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. If you're not first, you're last. I mean, I doubt that maybe members from the community, they will definitely know, but like mainstream media, they in a year's time will know, if they know about the Blue Scooty Game Crash, but they don't know that Fractal was pretty much racing with Blue Scooty for the Game Crash.
Yeah, kind of sucks. Definitely think Fractal was like, it was just a matter of chance. Like,
yeah,
they both had the skill to get Game Crash at the same time. A lot of people had the skill to get Game Crash for a long time, actually. Like, I don't know, it could have been Miles like a year ago.
Yeah, it's really a matter of time and luck.
It is luck.
Yeah.
There's a lot of luck in NES, but that's what you signed up for.
Yeah.
So still cool.
It's not a 7-back randomizer.
It's not.
It's true random.
You sign up for luck.
Yeah. And deal with it.
You don't John about it. You deal with it.
Yeah.
Which some people think is annoying, but that's just how it is. And you want something, you can get it. You can be the first one too. You definitely can.
Yeah. So a quick thing, completely different, but it really comes across my mind right now. And we're talking about WPL and the World Puzzle League Open. They haven't only hosted NES Tetris, they also hosted a lot of other Tetris, modern Tetris, Puyo Puyo Tetris, I think Tetris CO or whatever. In 2021, Wumbo was also at WPL. You won the NES Tetris Open. Wumbo won. I have no idea what they won, but like Wumbo posted on Twitter or X nowadays a photo of the trophy of WPL Open, and you were like, "Ratio, here's my trophy," and it got immense response from the NES Tetris community that we have now I ratioed Wumbo role on Discord, and it's what went through your mind like doing that?
Oh man, That's my like most prized achievement in the Tetris community. Ratioing Wumbo. I don't know, man. Wumbo's fine. I like Wumbo, and I think ratios were popular at that time. And it just came to me. It came to me. I had to do it, and it worked out. It all panned out.
It works out pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. It's just funny. Funny.
So hey, my last question before I let you go is, you set a goal like for yourself, like you want to beat Mouse, for example, but do you have more goals that you want to achieve, like in 2024?
I think I'd like to be like top 16 in CTWC again. I think I could pretty reasonably make top 8, probably, if I have that desire. Which usually I do. The desire kind of goes back up around that time.
Yeah.
So probably gonna, do a little stuff with that. Maybe I'll get colors this year, but when there's no cap tournament, the kind of grinding is kind of put off to the side.
Yeah.
Right. Mostly just going for aggression. I still like getting better at that section of the game. So
Yeah.
I've been theory crafting on like how to really get good at that. I don't know if everyone's fully taking advantage of like all the tools they could. I really think like speed hack is probably OP.
Yeah.
So I might go into that a little bit. I have been doing that actually.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Yeah. Let's get a little better. I like to get colors. That's always been my goal, I think. It's been my goal for a while now.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it, I think. But it's not like something I'm super working for at all times,
Yeah.
And I don't know. Win WPO, maybe. Try to do that.
Maybe you have to.
Yeah. For sure.
So, getting colors, top 16, CTWC, beating Mouse the Great, having fun in Tetris.
Yeah.
Huff, thanks so
Play what I want to.
Yeah. Huff, thanks so much for joining me on PDP for this month. It was a truly pleasure to have you on.
Thanks, bro. It was nice.
And with that all being said, this is the end of the Piece Dependency Podcast. Thanks so much for watching. Follow us on the socials at Piece Dependency Podcast, and I'll see you all next month. Bye.